are you? こんにちは皆さん、お元気ですか? Today, video number 46 of karate videos. Well, I already told you about 3つの線, tres sens. Well, today, in number 46, I'm going to talk about the relationship with this 3つの線 and mushin. Well, in number 43, I already talked about 5の線 and number 44, 線の線 and number 45, 線の線. So today, the relation with this mushin. At first, I must explain you about this important word, 心構え. 心構え. Well, 心, it means heart or the mind. 心. And 構え, here, this is 構えます, the verb. 構えます, to prepare, to get ready. In karate, you use 構えて, right? 構えて. Then you must prepare. Here we pronounce 心構え because there's one other kanji, so it's easier to pronounce 心構え than 心構え. So 心構え. And 心構え, this means mental preparedness or to be mentally prepared. Attitude. This is 心構え and it's very, very important. To win the combat, to win the kumite, 心構え is very, very important. And there are two things that you must avoid. And one of them is too eager to win. This is not very good. Because if you are too eager, or I want to win, too eager, and that makes you a little bit like you cannot see the movements of your opponent very clearly because you are too anxious. So you must avoid it. And the next thing, the second thing that you must avoid it is to hurry to attack your opponent. Because in that case, you may not be completely ready. You are not completely prepared to attack. Maybe your mind is not still ready. And in that case, maybe you've got 100% of power, but maybe you cannot show not only 70 or 80%. You've got 100%. So it's a pity. So you must be really prepared to demonstrate your all the power you've got. So please be careful not to hurry. So don't hurry too much. Then you can demonstrate your technique, all of your waza, and all of your power. There are certain physical laws or principles in order to win. And Miyamoto Musashi, this very strong warrior, told about 4 principles to win. And one of them, the first, maintain your body prepared to be able to attack anytime. So anytime. So you must be very prepared. Maybe you are very, you are relaxing. But just anytime, you can just attack. So this is very important. And the second, don't let your legs and your mind get flabby. So, but the third, it's difficult. But without too much tense, but with too much tension. So it's difficult, no? I think it's very difficult. Not too much tension, but you must be very prepared. And the fourth, make your opponent's mind shaken up. So you must make him doubt. You must make him shaken up. So this is the 4 principles by Miyamoto Musashi. Now I'm going to explain you about this mushin. This is very philosophical Buddhist word. Mushin, well, mu, it means it doesn't exist. There's nothing. There's no, this mu, nai. There's nothing. Shin, heart, or the mind. So, no mind. This is the mushin means. Well, in Budo, the martial arts, it's very important to win, right? But more than that, it's much more important not to lose, but not to lose to your opponent, but also not to lose to yourself. So don't lose to yourself. So it means if there's no lose, then there's no defeat at all, no defeat. And that means win, only win, because there's no defeat. Then you win. Now I'm talking about mushin in the case of kumite or combat. Well, in that case, it will be mushin no sen. Sen of the sente, the mushin no sen. Well, this is you move your body according to your opponent's energy, your opponent's ki, your opponent's mind. Well, it means if your opponent comes to you pushing his energy, then you just you enfold his energy all at once. He comes and you enfold his energy. And in the contrary, if he's going back, then he's going back. So then you push and you get into his mind. So if he comes, you like this. And if he pulls back, then you go into it. So this is the harmonization. And it means if he comes, you take like this, no? And this, but you must feel the harmonization with his ki, with his energy. And from this harmony, you can notice when he gets out of order, when he loses his balance. Maybe it's from his breathing, or his rhythm. So something changes, and you can notice if you are harmonized with his energy. And in that way, when you notice this something get out of order, then you can attack just that moment. Then you win. So this is mushin no sen, because you use this mushin, then you can realize when it's the best time to attack. And this attack is very, very natural, because it comes from your just 1 second of movement in your rhythm, and never should comes from the uncomfortable body posture. Now I'm going to talk about kokoro gamae in mushin. Kokoro gamae, do you remember? This is mental preparation. In the case of mushin way, well, I tell you mushin way because maybe there are other ways, other method. Well, kokoro gamae mushin, well, I'm gonna tell you, but I must confess I just didn't understand it very well. But I'm gonna tell you what I read. Well, the first kokoro gamae says you don't have to think you don't wanna lose. don't think you're not going to lose. Like, so you're not going to lose. Because in that way, you became too passive. So it's not good. And the other thing, don't think you are going to win. Because in that case, you just want to win. You just want to win, then you lose your freedom in your heart. Well, this is too difficult for me to understand. But anyway, I wanted to tell you. And the mind must be all the time very natural. And all of these movements you do, so you must do all these movements in a conscious way. This is Mushin no Sen, the attack of Mushin. This Mushin no Sen is the most difficult of all. And it's not easy to get this skill. Before, we have to get the skill of 3つの線, 3 sens, 5の線, 1000の線, 1000の線. And after, if you master these 3 sens, maybe you can get to know this Mushin no Sen, because this is very, very difficult. So I really don't understand very well, because it comes from the harmonization, from the harmony with the key, with the energy like this. So it's really difficult, but it's interesting. Bruce Lee, you know this famous actor. Bruce Lee talked about Mushin in one film, and he said like this: empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. So this is the meaning of Mushin, very, very free. Today I talked about this Mushin concept in attack. So Mushin no Sen. So the relation with the Sen. And I think it's very difficult, because maybe I understand the Mushin just like in the Buddhism concept. But Mushin in the attack, this is very new for me, and it was very, very difficult to understand. I hope you liked this video, and if so, please don't forget to give me a like. And if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe it. And if you share my videos with your friends, that will help me a lot. Thank you. 今日もここまで見てくださってどうもありがとうございます。ではチャンネル登録といいねボタン、そしてお友達と私のビデオをシェアしていただけたらとても嬉しいです。ではまた会いましょう。じゃあね。